Today for Mental Health Awareness Month, I would like to talk about the role of nutrition and specifically of yogurt and some of the components of yogurt in mental health. This is part of the Nutritional psychiatry, which focuses on improving of mental health by choosing the right foods, which have the right nutrients, in vitamins and minerals that can affect the brain and the immune system and the whole body. First, yogurt is one of my favorite foods. This is one of them, and I love it ever since a little child because it's a typical Bulgarian food. Now I eat it at least twice a day, in the morning and in the afternoon. In the afternoon, I love a snack with a banana. Yogurt and banana calms me, gives me energy, and at the same time does not leave me sluggish. So, in Bulgaria, there are many centenarians, people who live to an advanced age and have very good memory, and one of the reasons is the diet and the yogurt. And Bulgarian yogurt has a special type of lactobacillus, which is even called Lactobacillus Bulgaricus, that I have checked in the composition in all yogurts in the US, like this one, La Yogurt, Stonyfield, Deodan, Chobani, all other yogurts, that they contain Lactobacillus Bulgaricus. And this is a gram-positive bacterium that has lipopolysaccharide in its cell wall. And I even know that some companies from Japan have purchased the Lactobacillus Bulgaricus, and later it is also used in making supplements I will mention. Even my parents, when they came to the US, they brought with them the culture from the Bulgarian yogurt so that they can make yogurt here. It's very beneficial for the health because we know that our food influences the microbiome, and yogurt has been shown to have beneficial effects on depression, anxiety, and neurodevelopmental disorders such as autism. It's a bit difficult to study the effects of yogurt and lactobacillus because it's difficult to standardize the strain and the preparation. There are different lactobacillus, and therefore the results from the studies, which I show a little bit in the end of the video, are not conclusive. So more studies are needed with standardized preparations. And I'd like to talk a little bit about our research with a specific Lactobacillus bulgaricus LB51 strain. How it came about when I was a graduate student. After I graduated for 3 years, our research group at the Institute for Control of Drugs, it was called then, started studying the effect of a preparation from Lactobacillus bulgaricus LB51 called Deodan on cytokines in the immune system. And we were a whole group led by my PhD thesis advisor, Dr. Gencheva, who organized the obtaining of the preparation from Dr. Asen Bogdanov, who is the son of Dr. Ivan Bogdanov, who created this preparation containing the lyophilized Lactobacillus Bulgaricus, and also Dr. Mincheva and Dr. Popova. And my role was studying the effect of LB51, which is a powder, and then we dissolve it and we either treat cell cultures or we treat mice. I treated mice, or we treat rabbits. And then we study different effects. So my expertise was in studying the effects of LB51 in mice treated for a certain amount of time, and then I studied by ELISA that LB51 induced tumor necrosis factor alpha. And we know that Deodan has been effective in treatment of cancer patients, and it has also treated the leukopenia, which occurs after treatment of anti-cancer agents. And so my studies found that Deodan induces tumor necrosis factor alpha in mice, and we know that tumor necrosis factor alpha is important in the brain. It influences the trafficking of AMPA receptors and synaptic plasticity and other processes in brain. Also, my studies on monocytes macrophages on cultures treated with Deodan showed that there is release of the cytokine IL-1, and that the macrophages spread and adapt the morphology of activated macrophages. And this is a second paper that we published where we saw that Deodan increases the resistance to experimental infections by activating the macrophages. And in another study using rabbits in a rabbit pyrogen test, and we obtained cytokines from England, from Dr. Poole. We obtained antibodies to cytokines, to IL-1, IL-6, and TNF-alpha, neutralizing antibodies. We saw that Deodan induces pyrogenic cytokines that induce fever in rabbits, and we determined this using neutralizing antibodies. And so how can we relate this to autism, for example? We know that in children with autism, fever improves the symptoms of autism. And if this preparation from Lactobacillus Bulgaricus induces pyrogenic fever-associated cytokines, so one of the mechanisms is perhaps through this. We saw that Deodan induces in vivo in rabbits IL-1, IL-6, and TNF-alpha. From more recent studies, we know that IL-6 is very important in development, and it is important in autism, which has been shown in animal models. So this is another beneficial effect of yogurt and lactobacillus. Therefore, in the future, more studies will have to be done in order to determine the beneficial effects of yogurt and lactobacilli in different developmental and neuropsychiatric disorders such as anxiety, depression, and autism. But until then, inclusion of yogurt in a balanced diet will have very beneficial effects. I know one of the preparations that exists containing lactobacilli is Deodan. Another one, which I will show in the end, is produced by an English UK company, and it is called Nutritional UK, and it has probiotic supplement which contains the Lactobacillus Bulgaricus. So I hope that with this brief video I raised a little bit awareness about the beneficial role of yogurt in specifically lactobacilli and Lactobacillus bulgaricus in the treatment of autism, depression, and anxiety, and perhaps other mental disorders. Thank you.